Hello, Mrs. Didlick here, and welcome back to Year 1 Reading. This week we've been learning the skill of sequencing. That's putting a story or anything in the right order. Do you remember? Today we're going to look at the sequence of stuff we're doing. Okay, so first we're going to look at some tricky words. Next we'll look at some of the vocabulary, the words in the story. After that we'll do some choral reading. That's reading all together. And finally, we'll have a story. But first, beginning of the week, I did a shout out to some children that had been reading every day or doing some reading at home. Let's look at some of the children that did really well last week. Here's Zara Lily from 1A. She let us know that she's been reading every day at home and she's been describing the characters. Here's Sky in 1C. She looks like she's enjoying her story. She read the story of Little Red Riding Hood. Well done, Sky. Wow, Kaysen from 1C has made his own reading record. He can now keep track of all the books he reads at home. And Roscoe from 1J is doing those reading activities. If you'd like a shout out on one of the videos, then just let us know what you've been doing. Just send a photo or a video or a picture of your work to the Year 1 email. Now, let's look at those tricky words. Easy today, you've just got to read them. See how many of these words you can actually read by yourself. Count up how many you can say before I say the word. Are you ready? Here's the phase 2 words. 2. Into. The. I. No. Go. How did you do? Should we try the phase 3 words? Are you ready? They're all mixed up. I don't know which word's coming first. Here we go. My. Was. She. Her. We. Be. He. All. Me. Are. They. You. Did you get them all right? They're going to get a bit trickier now. Here's the phase 4 ones. Are you ready? Have. Said. Do. Come. Little. Like in our story, Little Red Riding Hood. Little. Some. One. So. Well done. I bet you got some of those right, didn't you? Who can remember the phase 5 word that we've been looking at this week? It's the phase 5 tricky word that's in the story. Can you read it? Called. The girl was called Little Red Riding Hood. Well done for trying. Now we're looking at our story vocabulary. Don't forget to point to the word as you say it. Are you ready? Early. 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 Basket. 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 House. 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 Grandma. 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 Right, now we're going to read the story. We're going to do choral reading, that's reading all together. To start with, I'm going to use my finger to track the words. You can put your finger over the top of my finger and track the words too. I'm going to read it slowly and sound out all the words. Can you help me with that? After that, I'm going to read it again. And the second time I read it, I'm going to read with lots of fluency and expression to make the story more exciting. Are you ready? Little Red Riding Hood. Here's some story language. Once upon a time, there was a girl, tricky word, called Little Red Riding Hood, who lived in a forest. Who lived in a forest. Early one morning, she went to see her grandma. She had that's one of our vocabulary. Basket full of food. She had a basket full of food. Some more story language. First, she went into the forest. Next, she went down the path. After that, she went up the hill. Finally, she got to her grandma's house. Oh, that's the word with a silent K, so we don't sound out the K. Let's sound out the rest. Knock. Oh, same word. Knock. Oh, same word. Knock. Knock, knock, knock. She went into the house and went, oh, this is a big long word, up stairs. Can you see that trigraph? Stairs, upstairs. Grandma did not look right. There's another trigraph. Right. Grandma did not look right. She had big eyes. She had big ears. She had big teeth. It was not Grandma. It was the wolf. Oh, here's a story word. Suddenly, the wolf jumped jumped out of bed, and ran after Little Red Riding Hood. Luckily, do you remember that word? Let's split it up. Let's do the first bit. Wood, cut, wood, woodcutter. Ran in and, another long word. Let's try this. Shouted at the wolf. The wolf ran off into the forest. Little Red Riding Hood and her grandma lived. Can you remember the words? Happily ever after. I'm going to read the story again. This time I'm going to use fluency expression to make it more exciting. You use your finger this time and follow the words. Read as you do it. Remember, we're doing choral reading. Are you ready? Little Red Riding Hood. Once upon a time, there was a girl called Little Red Riding Hood who lived in a forest. Early one morning, she went to see her grandma. She had a basket full of food. First, she went into the forest. Next, she went down the path. After that, she went up the hill. Finally, she got to her grandma's house. Knock, knock, knock. She went into the house and went upstairs. Grandma did not look right. She had big eyes. She had big ears. She had big teeth. It was not Grandma. It was the wolf. Suddenly, the wolf jumped out of bed and ran after Little Red Riding Hood. Luckily, a woodcutter ran in and shouted at the wolf. The wolf ran off into the forest. Little Red Riding Hood and her grandma lived happily ever after. Did you enjoy that? We can now have our story. I thought we could have a classic story. What about Chicken Licking? Chicken Licking by Ian Beck. Once upon a time, when the world was young and the animals could speak, there was a tiny little chick called Chicken Licking. Now it happened one day that fluffy yellow Chicken Licking was grubbing about in her favourite patch when an acorn fell plump on her little tail. "Oh no," said Chicken Licking. "The sky is falling down. Help! I must go and warn the king." So she set off on her busy little feet, and after a while she met her great friend Henny Penny. "Well, well, if it isn't Chicken Licking," said Henny Penny. "Where are you off to in such a hurry?" "Quick, quick, help!" Henny Penny. "The sky is falling down. I must go and warn the king." "I see," said Henny Penny. "And how can you be so sure that the sky is falling down?" "Because," said Chicken Licking, "I saw it with my own 2 eyes, heard it with my own 2 ears, and a piece of the sky landed plump on my own tail." "Then I'll come with you," said Henny Penny. So they set off together and tripped along through the grass until they met Cocky Locky. "Well, a doodle well," said Cocky Locky to Henny Penny and Chicken Licking. Where are you two going, may I ask, a doodle-doo? Oh, help, Cocky Locky, said Henny Penny. The sky is falling down. We must go and warn the king. I see, said Cocky Locky. And how do you know the sky is falling a doodle down? Chicken Licken told me, said Henny Penny. I saw it with my own 2 eyes, heard it with my own 2 ears, and a piece of the sky landed plump on my tail, said Chicken Licken. Very well, said Cocky Locky. I will travel with you, and we will warn the king. So all 3 set off, skipping through the grass until they met Ducky Daddles. Well, quack well, said Ducky Daddles, if it isn't Cocky Locky, Henny Penny and Chicken Licken. Where are you all off to? Oh, help a doodle-doo, said Cocky Locky. The sky is falling down. We must go and warn the king. But how do you know the sky is falling down? Asked Ducky Daddles. Henny Penny told me, said Cocky Locky. Yes, and Chicken Licken told me, said Henny Penny. I saw it with my own 2 eyes, heard it with my own 2 ears, and a piece of it landed plump on my own tail, said Chicken Licken once more. Then I had better Quack come with you, and we can all warn the king, said Ducky Daddles. So they set off together on their brisk little feet until they met Goosey Lucy. Chicken Licken's a long story, so we'll finish it off tomorrow. Don't forget to do a little bit of reading every day and have fun in your learning. See you soon.